In today's battle of the brokerages, I'm going to break down Fidelity versus Etrade. I'm going to talk about four things: their fees, features, customer service, and their mobile apps. This will encapsulate basically your entire experience with either brokerage and tell you everything you need to know about Fidelity versus Etrade. Stick around to the end of this video, and if you like it, then please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you can see when I post a new video. Okay, so first, the fees. Because of the rise of Robinhood and free trading, brokerages are competing more intensely now than ever. So first of all, Fidelity offers free trading on options, ETFs, and stocks, but they will charge you 65 cents per options contract. Fidelity also has no inactivity fee and no annual fee. Essentially, it doesn't matter how long you keep your money with Fidelity or how often you make trades, because they won't charge you any pesky random fees for stuff like that. Next, Fidelity has no minimum account balance and no transfer fee. In all honesty, this fee structure is pretty hard to beat. However, some information was pretty difficult to find on the Fidelity website, and they really do have a lot of fine print. For one, I could not find the fee on over-the-counter trades anywhere. This could mean it's free like the other stocks, but I don't know. TD Ameritrade and Etrade both charge $6.95 per over-the-counter trade, so I think it would be reasonable to assume the same with Fidelity, but again, I'm not sure. Overall though, Fidelity seems to have a pretty solid fee structure. Now, let's take a look at Etrade. At first glance, Etrade is identical to Fidelity. Etrade offers free stock, ETF, and options trading, just like Fidelity, and they will also charge you 65 cents per options contract, just like Fidelity. And like I said earlier, Etrade will charge you $6.95 per over-the-counter trade. You can also trade futures with Etrade, and that'll cost you $1.50 per futures contract. And it's also worth noting that if you trade more than 30 options per quarter, then that 65-cent fee will drop to 50 cents. So, unlike Fidelity, Etrade will reward you for trading options in volume. Next, Etrade has no annual fee and no inactivity fee, just like Fidelity, but they will charge you a $75 full account transfer fee, unlike Fidelity, and even a $25 partial account transfer fee. This means that if you decide to transfer your assets out of Etrade and to a competing brokerage like Fidelity, then Etrade will snag a little bit of your money before you go, specifically $75 if you transfer the whole account, and $25 if you transfer just a piece of it. So in short, Etrade and Fidelity have similar fee structures, but Etrade does reward you for trading options in volume. However, they do charge you transfer fees where Fidelity does not. Now that we've gone over the fees they each charge, let's look at the features of Etrade versus Fidelity. First of all, with Etrade, you can trade futures, which you cannot do with Fidelity. So if futures are your thing, then Etrade is probably the way to go. And in all honesty, that's pretty cool, but neither of these brokerages really have a lot of trading options. Neither Etrade nor Fidelity offer cryptocurrency or forex trading, which a lot of other brokerages do. Next, a huge difference between Fidelity and Etrade is that Fidelity offers fractional shares, which Etrade does not. This means that with Fidelity, you can buy into any company on the stock exchange, no matter how expensive their share price is, because that price doesn't matter when you can buy half the share or a tenth or 100th of the share. On the other hand, you're forced to buy the entire share on Etrade. So if you have $4,000 to invest on Etrade and you decide you want to buy Amazon, then all of a sudden your entire portfolio is Amazon. Obviously, that's not what we want. So if you have a relatively small account, then you might want fractional shares, and in that case, you want to go with Fidelity. Next, both companies offer free DRIP or dividend reinvestment programs, which is awesome. And both of these companies have really cool charting programs that allow you to look at charts in insane depth and use all kinds of indicators and tools to help you read and understand the patterns. With Etrade, it's called Power Etrade, and with Fidelity, it's called Active Trader Pro. Both of these platforms are for day traders or for anyone who likes to use technical analysis. Okay, now on to customer service. Customer service is something you never really care about until you need it. And when you need it, it's the most important thing in the world. And honestly, they're both pretty similar customer service wise. They both offer phone calls and live chats, which work fine, but the biggest difference is that Fidelity has almost 200 local branches that you can go and visit in person, while E-Trade has less than 30. This means that if you prefer speaking to someone face to face, then Fidelity might be the brokerage for you. I also checked NerdWallet, where they gave both brokerages a customer service rating out of 5 stars. NerdWallet gave Fidelity 4 out of 5 stars and E-Trade 3.5 out of 5 stars. So according to NerdWallet, Fidelity's customer service is slightly better. Okay, finally, let's talk about the mobile apps of Fidelity versus E-Trade. While neither of them even come close to the mobile appeal of newer brokerages like Robinhood, they both do work pretty well. They honestly look pretty similar, so I think the biggest difference is that Fidelity has this cool feature called Virtual Assistant. At any time, you can click on the little virtual assistant and ask it a question, and it'll help you out with an answer. And if your question is pretty complex, then it will point you towards customer service. So in this sense, it makes sense that NerdWallet gave Fidelity a slightly higher customer service rating than E-Trade. But this opinion on the apps is just my opinion. So let's take a look at the real evidence. In the App Store, Fidelity has over 1 million ratings with an overall 5-star rating, whereas E-Trade only has about 100,000 ratings, and they come out to 4.5 out of 5 stars. So this hints pretty well that Fidelity has a better mobile app. All right, now let's recap all of the differences I laid out today. First of all, both brokerages offer free online trading of stocks, ETFs, and options while charging 65 cents per options contract. However, E-Trade offers a reduced price for trading options in volume, while Fidelity does not. On the other hand, E-Trade charges a $75 full account transfer fee and a $25 partial account transfer fee, while Fidelity does not. Next, E-Trade allows you to trade futures, which Fidelity does not, and Fidelity allows you to trade fractional shares, which E-Trade does not. So if you like options and futures, then E-Trade might be your choice, but if you have a relatively small account and you want those fractional shares, then you might want to go with Fidelity. Next, their customer service is similar, but NerdWallet does give Fidelity a slightly higher rating. And lastly, I think Fidelity has a little bit of a better app than E-Trade. So if you mainly use your phone, then Fidelity might be good for you. The best platform for you depends on your priorities. So if you need to evaluate what your priorities are, then take some time to think about that and then go back and rewind and rewatch this video so you can then decide which brokerage is best for you. And if this video helped you out in any way, then please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to my channel if you want more videos. I talk all about stocks and the stock market, so if that interests you, then click on over to my channel and see what I have to offer. I guarantee there's something there that you will like. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.